Have you ever thought about how much of your life is truly private? As we journey through the digital age, this question becomes increasingly relevant. In a world where technology is as omnipresent as the air we breathe, the notion of privacy is nothing more than a quaint relic of the past, a fading echo in the cavernous depths of the information superhighway. Our every move, every word, every keystroke is under the watchful gaze of the unseen eye. This is not the stuff of science fiction, nor is it the ramblings of the paranoid. It is the reality of the surveillance industrial complex that we find ourselves entangled in. Let's consider the role of the technology companies that shape our daily lives. From the smartphones we carry in our pockets to the smart devices that occupy our homes, these marvels of modern engineering double as sophisticated surveillance tools. They record our conversations, track our movements, and collect vast amounts of data about our habits and preferences. But it's not just the corporations who are watching. Government agencies, too, have a vested interest in the surveillance game. These agencies are often shrouded in secrecy, their operations hidden from public view. Yet their reach is vast, their capabilities formidable. Employing cutting-edge technology and a global network of informants, they have the ability to monitor communications across the globe. Whether it's a phone call in Paris, an email in Egypt, or a text message in Tokyo, no communication is beyond the reach of the unseen eye. The scope and scale of this surveillance apparatus is staggering. It's not just about catching criminals or thwarting terrorist plots, it's about power, control, and the manipulation of information. It's about shaping public opinion, influencing elections, and maintaining the status quo. So, as we peel back the layers, we find ourselves staring into the abyss of a surveillance state, a world where privacy is a myth, and where each of us is a subject of constant scrutiny. A world where the unseen eye is always watching, always recording, always analyzing. So, as we peel back the layers, who are the big players in this game of unseen eyes? Behind the curtain of our digital lives, a few key players hold the strings. In the grand theater of surveillance, they are the puppeteers, the ones who pull the strings and make the world dance to their tune. First, let's talk about the tech giants. Companies like Google and Facebook have an immense influence on the information highway. Think about it. Every search you make, every post you like, every photo you share, it's all data. And these companies have become masters at collecting, analyzing, and using this data to their advantage. They are the gatekeepers of the digital world, with an uncanny ability to shape our perceptions and behaviors without us even realizing it. But it's not just the tech companies. Our own government agencies are also major players. The National Security Agency, or NSA, and the Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, have long been involved in surveillance activities. Their roles in this arena are vast and complex, from intercepting communications to conducting espionage. Their reach extends far beyond our borders, encompassing the entire globe. These agencies operate in the shadows, their actions often shrouded in secrecy, yet their influence is undeniable. They hold a mirror to our world, reflecting back a reality that is both fascinating and unsettling. They have the power to see what we can't, to know what we don't, and to act in ways we can hardly imagine. The extent of their influence is staggering. They can shape narratives, influence policies, and even alter the course of history. It's a power that's both awe-inspiring and terrifying. A power that, once unleashed, seems almost impossible to contain. But it's important to remember that these are just the big players. There are countless others, smaller, yet equally influential, who also have a hand in the surveillance game. So, we find ourselves living in a world where our every move is potentially under watch. Our emails, our searches, our social media interactions, all pieces in a vast and intricate puzzle that someone, somewhere, is always trying to solve. But how did we get here? What technological advancements led to this reality? The road to today's surveillance society was paved with silicon and binary code. It's a winding journey that begins with the birth of the internet. Picture this: an interconnected network of computers, a web of information, a highway of data that revolutionized the way we live, work, and play. As the internet expanded, so too did our digital footprints. Every click, every search, every post became a traceable event. This vast trove of data became the perfect playground for surveillance. And it wasn't long before the next major player entered the game: smartphones. Suddenly, we were more than just connected, we were trackable. These pocket-sized devices became our personal trackers, monitoring our every move, recording our conversations, capturing our interest, and even predicting our behaviors. We willingly carried these devices with us everywhere we went, oblivious to the fact that we were walking into the very heart of the surveillance web. But it didn't stop there. The real game changer came with the rise of artificial intelligence. AI took surveillance to a whole new level. It wasn't just about collecting data anymore, it was about understanding it. With AI, surveillance systems could analyze patterns, decipher codes, predict behaviors, and even identify individuals from a sea of faces. Suddenly, the world was under the watchful eye of an all-seeing, all-knowing entity. An entity that learns from our behavior, anticipates our actions, and possibly manipulates our decisions. This is the reality of the technological leap we've made. But it's not all doom and gloom. While the rise of technology has undoubtedly fueled the surveillance industrial complex, it has also brought about unprecedented advancements in many fields. It has made our lives more convenient, our work more efficient, and our world more connected. It's a double-edged sword, this technological leap. On one hand, it's a powerful tool that can be used for good. On the other, it's a potential weapon that can be used for control. We've created a monster, yes. But it's a monster we can still control for now. But just how far does this surveillance network reach? The web of surveillance spins far beyond any country's borders. Imagine a world where every move, every conversation, every click on your device is potentially being monitored. This isn't the realm of science fiction. This is the reality of our global web of surveillance. A network so vast and intricate, it's almost impossible to comprehend its full scope and scale. This network doesn't just exist within one country or continent, it spans the entire globe. Its threads weave through nations, across oceans, and into the deepest corners of the digital world. It's a web spun by governments, intelligence agencies, and corporations, all in the name of national security, crime prevention, or simply data collection. However, this web isn't spun silently in the shadows. International collaborations are a key part of this global network. Countries share intelligence, technologies, and resources, creating an interconnected system that's as controversial as it is complex. Partnerships such as the Five Eyes Alliance involving the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand raise questions about privacy, sovereignty, and the balance between security and freedom. But it's not just about alliances. Espionage, the covert gathering of information, is another integral thread in this web. Whether it's cyber espionage, corporate spying, or old-fashioned cloak and dagger operations, the world of international surveillance is a high-stakes game of secrets and shadows. Controversies are inevitable in such a network. From Edward Snowden's revelations of mass surveillance by the National Security Agency to the alleged Russian interference in foreign elections, the global web of surveillance is often at the center of international scandals. These controversies open up debates about the ethical and legal boundaries of surveillance and whether the ends truly justify the means. As technology continues to evolve, so does the global surveillance network. Artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and biometrics are just some of the tools that could redefine the future of surveillance. What might the future hold for surveillance? As we stand at the crossroads of technology and privacy, it's a question we all need to consider. Because in the global web of surveillance, no one is truly invisible. As technology advances, so does the specter of surveillance. We stand at the precipice of a new era, where the lines between privacy and security blur more than ever. In the not-too-distant future, artificial intelligence could become the silent observer, always watching, always learning. Algorithms that can predict our behavior, our likes, our dislikes, our deepest fears, and our greatest desires, all from the shadows. Imagine a world where your every move, your every step is monitored and analyzed. Biometric tracking could soon be the norm, with facial recognition, fingerprint analysis, and even DNA sequencing becoming commonplace tools in the arsenal of the unseen eye. But this is not a dystopian novel. This is a possible reality. Advances in technology and surveillance hold great potential for safety and security. Yet they also pose significant challenges to our fundamental rights and freedoms. But amidst all these advancements, we must ask, at what cost? The question of surveillance isn't just about technology, but also about ethics and legality. Let's delve into some case studies that have sparked controversy, igniting debates about the balance between security and privacy. Take the Edward Snowden case, for instance. In 2013, Snowden, a former National Security Agency contractor, leaked thousands of classified documents to journalists. These documents revealed extensive global surveillance programs run by the NSA and its Five Eyes allies. Snowden's actions threw a light on the extent of surveillance and sparked worldwide debates about privacy, government secrecy, and the balance between national security and information privacy. Then there's the case of the PRISM program, an NSA initiative that allegedly tapped directly into the servers of major US internet companies, collecting data on a massive scale. This revelation triggered discussions about the extent to which corporations cooperate with intelligence agencies. As we delve into the secrets of surveillance, we must remember to question who watches the watchers.